Hello, welcome back. This is part two of the fifth episode. My channel is a reminder we began creating a social media application using Android Studio. Uh, I'd like to apologize for being out for too long because I was really sick, and even now, the illness uh, is not going to fade away soon. So excuse me if my voice sounds bad or some other things happening in the background. Um, the last time, if I'm not mistaken, we kinda began creating a profile page. Here we've set the nickname and we've set the profile avatar, and we also set the background image as image view. Um, okay, so what I'd like to do now is I'd like to do some more things, but well, no, I'm not gonna probably do that. Um, what I'd like to do now is I'd like to for I'd like to create one time page that will pop up when a user opens the profile page for the first time. So yeah, so just let's go and create it. Um, this video, by the way, is going to be pretty long, maybe. Hopefully, yeah, or maybe not. I don't know. Uh, Depends on the mood that I have today. When you're sick, you don't have that much of a mood. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to go to Java packages and find shared preference manager. Where do we? Yes, we have it inside models package. I am going to create here a boolean um, a boolean variable called oh wait actually private static uh final bool oh no, that should not be final actually, and that should not, no, that would be static boolean. What that would be, no, actually that should be static final string uh k is profile changed. K user profile first. Time change. I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and um, kind of make it. So as first thing, I'd like to create the setter method. Set bool. No, set user profile first time. Yes. And as a reference, I'd like to take a boolean value is set first time, and here I'm gonna just copy and paste this, to be honest, and it really doesn't matter. Here editor put string, uh, so that is going to be something and something, right? So that should be is set first time. Maybe that would be. Do we have, by the way, put boolean? Yeah, we do have put boolean actually, which is pretty good. Damn, I didn't know that, to be honest. See, when I meant that I'll be learning with you guys throughout the whole playlist, That's what I exactly meant. So, and we have to make the getter method here, public boolean get user profile first time. Boolean, no, that would not be boolean. That would actually have nothing in it. So I'm gonna just copy this up from the top, and I'm going to return new, no way, return boolean is first time profile. Uh, Maybe not. So shared preferences. I'm going to make actually a huge amount of mistakes in this video because my head is just, it's not thinking. I'm really sick. So getting the shared preferences and we're returning the value. Okay, so it goes like this. It goes like boolean is first time in profile equals shared preferences get boolean. K is profile changed, and here we have null. No, not null. We have either true or false, so that's going to be false by default. Um, no, wait, hold on a second. Actually, that should be true by default. And we have to change it to false when the user gets, when the page pops up and disappears, it should be false. So that would mean that um, the page just popped up and it should not be opened again. Um, Let me quickly drink my coffee, excuse me. So, and here I'm returning the Boolean value. Um, Value local variable is redundant. And if we go and inline there, just use the Android Studio suggestion. It will make it simpler, shorter. Uh, so it literally delivers us the Boolean value. So this actually has to work. I'm not sure quite yet. Um, we have tested out. So we go to res, we go to layout, and we go to fragment profile. As you can see, we have a nickname and a couple of image views right here. And when um, there's no data at all. Let me launch XMPP pretty quick. So if there's no data at all, the first page should pop up, but that would be only on the client side. So it means that if the user just deletes the app, uh, but anyways, when the user downloads it again, the page will anyways pop up. So um, the table doesn't exist in Engine. I think I just messed up a little bit because I was importing a database. Um, I mean from the backup, not from SQL file, and I think I messed up the newly created databases. So I'll be back in a second. All right, I'm back. So it turned out that the whole database just broke because I changed the engine config file. So I had to create it from new, and now I just called it social YouTube and did everything exactly the same. as it was in the previous video when we were creating the database. So um, where I stopped at shared preference manager. So as I said, it works only on client side, but if you'd like to, if you'd like it to work on server side, you I would go ahead and create the the fourth column and name it, I don't know, is first time. So that would take only two values, either null or one. So if null, then nothing is going to happen. If one, then we'll make a get or post request, and um, we'll send request, we'll get response either true or false. So if true, then we'll uh, open up the page. If false, then nothing happens. But uh, I think that's something excess, and that's something that you don't want to do. The client side is pretty much okay. In this case, since we're not making it complex, yeah. So I'm going to create a new layout. I'm going to call it activity change. No, activity first time profile. And I do exactly the same as it is in here, but oh wait, yeah, oh yeah, just like this. Tools context. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna name it activity um, first time profile. Error pops up because the activity doesn't exist yet, and we have to change the uh, first time profile image, and I'm going to add this as prefix to all the variables that we have right here. So something like this. Yep. Oh my God, this sickness is pretty uh, so annoying. So something like this, and what we should do? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. So now in profile package, I'm going to create activity first time profile. This activity should extend app compat activity, and let us quickly write it in our Android manifest right at the bottom. So activity first time, no bot, exported false. Good. By default, it should have an overridden method called onCreate. Um, so onCreate, where is it? Where? There it is. Okay, so this for the right side, I'm going to open up the layout. I'm going to switch the code, and I'm going to create private image view, um, background image view, private shapeable image view, avatar image view. That, or maybe we can just actually remove the privates. Doesn't really matter. So, and we have, we should actually have, instead of text view, we should have an edit text here. Uh, Let me quickly assign here the edit text. We can actually go ahead and copy just the from our login page. I'm going to do that right here. Yep, something like this. And top to top of parent, no. And bottom to bottom, no. Instead, I would like to, what is this? How is it called? Top to bottom of background and mar margin top like medium. Yeah, that would be okay. Yeah, we should say change nickname as a string value, and we'll go to values, strings file, and here we should create, wait, not color, but string. Uh, please change your nickname. On the later on videos, I'll show you how to switch uh, between languages. So if you want to have only multiple language support, by default, by default, Android Studio takes the language of your system, which is by default set in your phone, and applies it right in your application. But if you want to have only a couple languages, uh, I can actually show that, and I'll probably show it, but later on. Um, so yeah, please change your nickname, and I don't want to have this here. Yep, yep, something like this, and we should have let's say floating action button. Uh, or wait. We're gonna use extended floating action button. Wrap content. Um, let's give it an ID as fab save changes profile. Okay. I would like it to be attached, the bottom of it to be attached to bottom of our layout. So I write bottom to bottom of parent. And I'd like the end to have the end of parent. So it goes right to the right bottom corner. And the only thing left to do is set the margins. So let's say margin and let's say medium and margin bottom medium. Okay. Oh, and also what I'd like to have is I would really love to have actually how do we do that by the way? Mm, let me think a little bit. Okay, we can easily go ahead and make it as floating action button. Uh, what I'd like to do is I'd like to create go back button, fab, uh, change profile, go back, something like this. I mean, I'm being really creative at naming variables or buttons or whatever. So again, bottom parent and start should be start of parent in this case, so that it's attached to the left bottom corner. So it's showing a warning because we don't have a couple of attributes. Um, I'm going to create margin start, medium margin, and margin bottom, medium margin. Okay, something like this. So this button is would be responsible to go back. Yeah, this is going to be save changes. So uh, app icon is responsible to create an icon in our extended floating action button. So now we don't have any, I think we don't have any, yeah, we don't have any icons. So I'm going to create one. So vector asset, I'm going to choose, let's just save. So that would be something like this, rounded. Okay, I see, save. I mean, that looks pretty awful, but whatever. And I'm going to create the another one, another vector asset. Arrow, arrow back, which is this one. But there is there is a button which is a bit smaller. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, let's choose this then. But I want it to be rounded. Okay. Okay, this one is pretty normal. But there was actually a smaller one I wanted to. Okay, let's not waste time on this. Um, I see arrow back. Yeah, let's say left. Finish. All right. So in this case, we are using app src drawable. I see arrow left. Okay, I think the attribute should be Android. Yep, there we go. And I think it doesn't have a content this yeah content description. Uh, String go back, just like this. Go back. Okay, and we are going to create it. Go back. Go back. Nothing complicated here. So content description, what it does, when you long press this, and by long pressing, if you do not set any functionality to it, it will show this string as toast. As here you will have a text. So if we long press this floating action button, there will be the text which is written in here. In this case, go back. Okay. Uh, what I'd like to do, I'd like to set icon as I see save. Yep. And text should be string save changes. You see that it really gets longer. Um, so let's go back here and save changes. Save changes. Um, yep. As you can see, we have an icon in text. Uh, that's why it is called extended floating action button, because you can put text and icon in the one place at the same time. While in floating action button, there's only an icon. So yeah. Um, what I'd like to do now, we'll not change anything related to colors and styling and all that, because that would be in later videos when we'll be customizing and doing some reskin to our application. and we will do a risk into our application. Uh, and I'm going to show you how. So yeah, this is for now, this is pretty good. So we have an edit text, we have two image views. Uh, yep. I'm gonna go ahead and add clickable attributes. True. And by clickable, you should have also focusable. I'm going to add it also here. So, yep. And up on the top of our of our avatar, I'm going to have a text view, wrap content. Um, uh, it will not have any IDs because I'd like the top to be equal to top of parent, start to start of parents, and end to end of parent. Yep, and the text should be string text text. We actually have it. I think that was please do something with uh, how did we call it? I really forgot. My head is not working now. Change a nickname. Was that? Nah, yeah, okay, okay, whatever. Change profile. Okay, okay. So, I okay, that was awful. String change profile, change profile. Yeah, just change profile, whatever. Yep, it changed. So the text size should be text medium size, right? Uh, margin top should be medium, okay? And what I'd like to do is I'm gonna delete this top coordinates, vertical ones, and I'm going to say that the bottom should be equal to top of our first time image view avatar. And the margin doesn't work because obviously it will not work. Okay, this is pretty much good. Yep. So, bum 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 bum. Okay, let's do like this and write down the elements. We have here edit text, which is taking the inner values, change nickname, edit text. We have background, we have avatar, we have change nickname, and we also have extended floating action button, save changes FAB, and floating action button, which is go back FAB. Okay. What I'd like to do now is I'd like to first create all the references to our layout view variables. So I'm gonna say background imagery equals find view by ID r dot I wait r dot ID. Okay. Um, the background image is this long, so I'm gonna just copy and paste it. Avatar image view find view by ID r dot ID. Something like this. And also we have an edit text, change nickname, find view by ID. We should take the reference of inner view, not the outer one. Um, yep, just like this. And two floating action buttons. Save changes, RID, okay, and go back, FAB, RID, change. Okay, first of all, let's deal with, I think we can remove this. We don't need it just for now. To deal with go back button, I'm going to say set on click listener, and I'm going to create a lambda, and throughout the lambda, using lambda is pretty short because uh, as sort of distinguishing two types, let's say I'm going to save changes. I'm going to use the regular um, overriding function method, which is new view on click listener override public void on click listener. Oh no, on click. So as you can see, there's a huge difference on using lambda or using an overrided method on click. So it really doesn't matter which one you use, but this one saves a huge amount of time. So when you practice using Android Studio and you type a lot of, um, let's say, set a lot of functionalities to buttons, whatever it is, which is clickable, you just type something and say, let's set on click listener and just type V, press enter, and that's it. Like it saves a huge amount of time. So we're saying finish here, and as you can see, we even can make it shorter by reducing the brackets. Okay, in this case, what I'd like to do is, um, okay, let's say that this episode is going to be not that long, and we'll stop at this part, uh, so that the next video will exclusively complete it. Yes, because the next video will have to cover a couple of topics, and these topics would be related to backend, and so that would be more efficient to divide this again into two parts. So this is going to be this part two, and on part three we'll have a database covered. I will show you how to use primary keys and joins on MySQL queries, and I'll show you how to use them in combination with PHP and Slim Framework. Uh, and I'll hopefully get well till the next video. Uh, so, so yeah, we will stop at this step now. So because this step basically um, is all about the client side stuff. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to our profile fragment so that uh, in profile fragment we have on create view method, but we're not gonna use this method. Uh, Instead, we'll use an overrided method called onViewCreated. This is pretty identical to onCreate method, which we use inside our simple activities. This one. And as a reference, you can take always view as a reference because let's say we have some sort of an element and we'd like to take a reference from the layout of it. And uh, let's say as an example, we have a button and we'd like to attach the button to the button view, which we have in our layout. So to do that, we will not be having find view by ID or something like this. Uh, the Android Studio will not recognize it. Instead, we should use view dot find view by ID. Yes, so always take view as reference using fragments. Uh, yes, in the case if you are using fragments, so you take view as a reference always. And the context cannot be this or that. The context should be get application context always. Or you may use get activity dot get application context. Okay. Um, what I'd like to do now is I'd like to uh, first of all uh, use shared preference manager, but I'm quite thinking how they used. I'm going to create a Boolean variable, Boolean first time is first time, and I would say is first time equals shared preference manager get instance. As I said, as context, we are going to use get activity dot get application context, and in here, what I'd like to use is I'd like to use get user profile first time. Okay, so in this case, by default, it is being true. So since it is being true, if is first time, I'm going to, no, let's first of all write else, which is first time equals shared preference manager get instance, get activity, get application context, and set user profile first time. Okay, which is going to be false. Uh, required type boolean provided void. Why is that? Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, god damn it. Okay. We can say is first time equals false, and here we'll type is first time. Okay. Variable is already assigned to this value. No, it is true by default. It is not assigned to the value. So if his first time is equals to true, which means that the user opened the profile fragment for the first time, and the edit profile window should pop up. In this case, we are having, I think we're having intent. We have to create intent, new intent, profile fragment this, and uh, activity first time profile class. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Get activity, get application context. So, start activity intent. Okay, I think that sets it, right? So if is first time is true, we're opening the new Java class, starting it, starting the activity. If it is false or something else, uh, okay, we're getting, we're setting it as false. So, so by default, it is getting the Boolean value, assigning to its first time, and as an example, it is, yep, as an example, it is this, and else we set it to false. Let's launch it. Let's try to launch it. I think I think our application will crash. I really hope that the application would crash. I really hope. So profile, yeah, the it has stopped because floating action button saying on a no object reference right in here. Well, why is that set to null object reference? This is weird. So basically, it crashes because of floating action button. Unable to start activity. Yes, because floating action button was set on click listener only null object reference. So it is not identifying. Oh, I get it why. So set uh, content view are, I think those are layout activity first time profile. Let's launch it. Really forgot that. Yes, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to also system out print line is first time. It will display as either it is being true or false. Is first time set as either true or false. So let's reopen it again. Okay. So is first time set as true. So if true, activity opens up. Um, but after that, we have to set is first time to false, right? And let's see what happens. So we open profile fragment for the first time, and it is displaying us true. If we go back here, it goes back, right? We go to home page, we go back to, okay, it is not changing. Yeah, it is not changing because we didn't set the shared preference manager also. Uh, wait, else, we're not doing anything on else, I just forgot. So shared preference manager, get instance, get activity, get application context, set user profile first time, which is going to be false. Or just his first time to be exact. So let's run the application. Excuse me. So we go to profile. Uh, the activity pops up. Okay, the value is true. We go back. We go to home. We go to profile, and it is false. And nothing is happening. Good. And the activity didn't open because the value is false. That's exactly what we wanted. Uh, so as I said, this is going to be it for the first time, or for this video, I mean. Uh, that's going to be it. On the next video, we'll mainly work on backend. We'll be sending requests, a couple of requests. So, and I'll also talk about uh, MySQL joins, how to use primary key, and all that stuff. So, thanks for watching this video. I hope you get something new from it. If I made any mistakes, and I'm pretty sure that I did, so just leave a comment. Feel free to review it. I also have my Discord channel and Patreon page. You may subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. Until the next one, have a great day.